Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today in this video we are going to look at some helper functions. So let's get started. So this will be helpful when you are trying to load a list of sublist. So we are fetching some values from the sublist. Instead of doing it every time, so we will create a custom module so that we can use this function to leverage it. So let's get started. So let me open Visual Studio. So I'm just creating a new file. So I'm just putting it as GS file called util.js. So this will be our custom module. So most of the times what I see is people try to get all the sublist value. Let's say there is a transaction, maybe sales order or a purchase order. So they are trying to fetch all the item values from the sublist. So instead of creating a for loop, then fetching it every time, so we will create a generalized function that we can use to extract any sublist in the future. So I'm just creating that. So first, for a custom model to have, we have to give a define function. So first parameter is the dependency in array. So second one is the callback function. So I'm just creating this. So this is the structure of a custom module. So here you have to return the functions that you want to expose when you are importing this custom module into your scripts, right? So for now I'm just keeping the dependency block empty so that we will be passing the record along with the parameters that we are going to extract. So I'm just making this function name as get lines. So that will be, so we just have not to call it. So I'm just making the screen little bit bigger so that you can see this get lines. So first thing is the record object, then you need the sublist ID, then you will need the columns to go through. Right, so if you look at the this function, so most of the time what will happen is you just need the these three things to get the values of a sublist in an array format. So instead of doing this every function, so we can create a module out of it. That's the idea. So I'm just creating JS out for this. Right, so this is record object. So this is a string. That's an array. So basically it's returns an array again. Right, so basically it returns a list of this data format. Okay. Right, so I'm just implementing try catch here. So in the catch block I'm just making an array get lines failed, so the error. So I'm just returning an empty array so that we will not be having any issues when calling this. Right, so first we have to do is we have to get the count of the lines. So that object line count the sublist ID, and we have to return the result in an array. So I'm just creating a variable for that, and I'm just creating a for loop. Right, so this is I, so starts from count right, so count at length I plus plus. So basically we are looping through the line count to get all the lines in the data. Right, so then you have to create a temporary row to fetch all the row values. I'm just creating a temporary object for it. So then what you have to do is we have to loop through another loop for the columns. I'm just creating another for loop. J is less than columns dot length and j plus plus. So what this will do is, so this will loop through the columns that we have. Then we will fetch each of the columns for a particular line. So to do that, I'm just putting it as columns of j equal to record.get sublist value so this is going to be the sublist id that we are going to pass. The field id is nothing but the columns of j and the line number is nothing but ti. So what this will do is it will go through each of the columns that we are specifying, then it will add it to this object, right? So then we can simply add that accumulated object into this array by using array.push. So I'm just pushing this row into it, right? So finally I'm just returning this results. Right, so this will be an extremely useful helper function when you're dealing with a lot of sublist operation. So you will not be doing the same thing over and over again while fetching the data, then pushing into an array, then returning that results. So you can simply use this helper function to achieve that. So one more thing you can do is sometimes you might be requiring to get the text of that particular column. So to do that, I'm adding another try catch because Netsuite may throw error for some columns. The get text value might not be applicable. So to suppress that, I'm just putting it as putting a try catch to suppress it. So sublist fetch text failed, so that we will know some text has been failed. So we will try to do the same. So instead of having the values, we will add a underscore text to the key, that whatever key that we are fetching the text out of it. So sublist text, right? So basically for every column, so there will be two keys. One will be the actual column ID that we have specified in the function input. Another will be the text. So if there is a text associated with that column, so you will get it in an underscore text format. So we will see this in action when we see the output. For now, this is the okay guys. So to test this, we will upload this file to Netsuite. So before that, I have a issue here. Let me fix that. Let's get the line count, sublist value. I think we are good. Save this. So let's move to Netsuite. So what I've done is I've created a folder under a file cabinet called utils. I'm just adding this file that we have created. So click on add file. So just go to that folder that we have created. For currently this folder is under GitHub. So I'm just going there, upload the file that we have just created. You can see, right, the file is uploaded under the suite script /utils, right? To test this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another suitelet so that we can fetch some records and see whether this module is working or not. And also you can use this module in any script. It doesn't matter whether it is client or user event, map and reduce. You can use it anywhere. Check the output. What we are going to do is we are going to create a suitelet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just creating a test suitelet.js. So let me create the Sweetlet template. So as you are aware, so I'm just using 2.1. This is the Sweetlet template, right? So first thing is first, let's add a try catch. Dot error, Sweetlet error. So log error, whatever the error is, right? So first thing you have to do is we have to check for the method if there is a question. So that I'm just get here, right? So then we will have some test transactions. So if I go back to Netsuite again, so we have three different transactions to test: a sales order, customer, and a purchase order. So if you try to see this in the sublist, we have two items. We are trying to fetch this sublist using our helper module. In customer master, we are trying to fetch the address. So whatever the address here, right? So we are trying to fetch the sublist, the address book. In purchase order, again we are trying to fetch the item, right? So let's head back. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just copying this sales order ID. So I'm just creating a constant test so equal to again test p. So I'm just putting the IDs. You can pass it over URL if you want. For this, I'm just putting it here. Test customer. Right. Okay, so we have three different records here. So we will import our module as well as the record module so that we can load this record. So to import the custom module, first thing you have to do is you have to put your path. So our file is under sweet scripts /utils/util, right? So if I go back to Netsuite again, so you can see it is sweet scripts utils/util. So that's where the file is. You don't have to mention .js, so that's fine. So I'm just putting it as util here, right? So let's load the SO record. So SO record equal to record.load. So the type is sales order. The ID is nothing but the SO ID. So we are going to do the same for others also. So I'm just copying and pasting it so that you can see it better. So we will change this to purchase order. Now we'll change this to customer. So this will be test purchase order and this will be test customer. So you can see, right, we have three different records. So we will use our module to fetch the sublist from them. So first we have items from SO. So we'll use our module. So to use the module, we just have to call the module name along with the function. So our function name is getLines. You can see it from here. So it is getLines. The first parameter is the record object. Second one is the sublist name. So in this name it is item. Then we have to give the columns, right? So for this we are going to fetch item, rate, and quantity, description, and amount, right? Then we will write it over output context dot response dot write creation dot singify or output items from SO null comma 1 so that it will be printed nicely, right? Then underscore start, right? We will add some break tag. So that it will be visible. So let's write another start, small start, right? S4 items, right? So we'll do the same for PO. I'm just putting it as PO rec. So we just have to copy this again. So this time, so basically we just have to change the record ID. The fields are same. For PO it is again item rate and quantity. To make the point, I'm just removing description just to see the difference. Item rate quantity. So item from PO, right? So this is item from PO. So I'm just changing it as item PO items, right? Then we have the customer rec, right? So I'm just putting it at cust rec, right? So let's copy the same. So this is address book, right? So I'm just putting it as address book, right? Address book. We will fetch the address ID. There's a field called default billing. Default shipping, I believe. Default billing, default shipping, and label, right? So let's go back to the customer. You can see ID, shipping, label, and whatever the addresses, right? So I'm just putting it here. So this is address book. So you can see, right, this helper function becomes very handy if you are doing this sort of things. So instead of creating 3 different for loops and doing the field IDs, we have created this nice abstracted function so that it doesn't matter what record it is. You just have to pass the record, the sublist ID, and the columns to fetch. So it will do the its magic so that you will have the data. Okay, so I think we are good. Let's copy this code, head back to our Sweetlet, update the code that was there previously, right? So this says the module doesn't exist, right? What it does, we just have to check. Okay, so basically it is capital U. I'm just saying this. Let's head back to the script. This is the script. I'm saying this. Go to the deployment. I'm just opening this. Right, it says because it's in testing, let me move to back to released. This, let me enable this. So let's refresh the Sweetlet page again. Right, you can see it has been fetching the output that is required. Right, we have the SO items, right? So let's copy this. Let's put it in a new file. Let's format this. You can see, right? So it has been fetched using our module. You can see item and item text. If you go back to our util function, so you can see the, let me put this in a separate tab. Right, so let's compare the function now. You can see, right? So item from SO, we are getting item. Let me put this in a second. You can see, right? So record item, rate, quantity, description, amount. You can see item, rate, quantity, description, and amount that has been fetched. Along with this, there is a text. Wherever the text is available, you will get the text also. This becomes very handy. So again, it works for item also, right? So let's see the PO again. So let me go back. Let's copy the PO item. Right, so let me remove this. You can see PO has only one line item. You can see this item has been loaded here again. So if I go here, so item rate, quantity, amount. Item rate, quantity, amount has been fetched properly. Alright, so let's see the final address book as well. Right, so in the address book, and from the customer we have tried to address ID, default billing, shipping and label, right? You can see that's the same that has been fetched. If you compare it with the UI also, so it is the same default address that is there at the line level. So this is how you use this custom module, leverage it. This is a nice little get lines function you can use. By the way, the code is the description. If you want to make use of this, we will be adding some more functions in the future to the same module. So if you want to have a look, just feel free to clone the repo and get the functions and have a look. I think we are good for now. So if there is any thing you want to have a doubt or something, you can put it in the comment or reach out to me over the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, guys. See you later. Bye.